Welcome back to another episode of the Happy Hour, our daily YouTube series where we post content every single day at 5 p.m. Central U.S. time. Happy hour for us. I don't know if it's happy hour for you, if it's your lunch break, if it's your morning, if you're watching this in the evening, if it's 3 a.m. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to do something completely different, brand new. We touched on it a little bit with the Christmas movie tier ranking. We're going to do a bracket battle today of fast food restaurants. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this and cut the music so we can talk about this, huh? All right, so we're on bracket fights, and I was looking through here. I'm like, you know what, this would be a cool idea. Let me see. And then I saw fast food restaurants. Like, okay, the very first one we're going to do on Happy Hour, the first one on the channel ever, is going to be the fast food restaurants bracket fight. Okay, so our first matchup, we've got Arby's going up against Jack in the Box. This is an easy decision for me. Arby's has the meats. Jack in the Box is Jack in the Box. I would never go through Jack in the Box, period, ever, but I would eat Arby's. Underrated. Arby's had a Hawaiian roll fish sandwich thing they had going on, and their curly fries are great. Look, this is an Arby's all the way. So we're going Arby's. The next one, A&W versus Aunt Annie's. Okay, listen, fast food restaurant. Let's think about what this entails. This is food. This isn't like just give me one little novelty thing. This is I need a meal. So look, Auntie Anne's, their pretzels are great. I'll give it to them. But you mostly just find them in mall food courts. A&W, I used to have an A&W close to where I lived years ago, and I'll tell you, the burger was really good, the fries were good, and they had that barrel. It made you think that the root beer was homemade, even though it was just regular root beer. It was solid. I miss A&W, so definitely A&W here. All right, moving on. Boston Market versus Burger King. All right. Let me ponder this for a second. Look, I have to look at this way. If I was driving down the road and I'm like, look, I'm hungry, I'm on a road trip, I need to pull over and get some food, and I see these on the same side of the road, they're both easily accessible. Which one of these am I going to pull into? There's nothing wrong with Boston Market, but didn't they have some sort of that wasn't there a scandal with them? Like their food wasn't good. I don't know. I like the home style meal concept. I think that's better than just regular like fast food garbage. On the other hand, Burger King, look, a Whopper is a Whopper. A Whopper is a solid hamburger. It tastes good. I mean, you're eating more mayo, tomato, lettuce, and bun than you are actual meat, but it tastes good. And I'll tell you, underrated at Burger King is the original chicken sandwich. An original chicken sandwich without the mayo, just put some lettuce on it, plain. I have to lean Burger King here. Checkers versus Chick-fil-A. Okay. So now,
Bruh.
yeah, right. So this gets tough. So Checker burgers are good. They're solid. They've got good stuff. And you know what? They're straws. They have like good straws in their drinks. Like you get a lot of drink coming up through it. They also have the seasoned fries, which I love. On the other hand, Chick-fil-A, the waffle fries, not such a fan of, but undoubtedly, I mean, there's only one place you can get a better chicken sandwich. I hope they're on the list. Um, this is tough. This is a close one. If I saw both of these on the side of the road, it might even come down to I'm going to pick whatever line is shortest. Even though Chick-fil-A process, I also don't like Chick-fil-A as an organization at all. But look, if we're just focused on the food and what you want, I've got to say the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, even the spicy chicken, I've got to go with it. I have to go with it here. Chick-fil-A over Checkers. Okay, Chipotle versus Cinnabon. I have a confession to make. I've never eaten Chipotle, but I know what Chipotle is, and I know the concept. and I know what people like about it. And this goes back to something I said before. This is not a novelty thing. It is a fast food is like I need food. I need a meal. Cinnabon is one thing. I've had their cinnamon rolls. Their cinnamon rolls are great. Um, but I feel like you're also lured into Cinnabon because of the smell. And like the first few bites of a cinnamon roll are awesome, and then it's kind of like, yeah, we're eating icing, whatever. I've got a nod here to Chipotle because they actually give you food, like a meal. Jimmy John's versus DQ. Okay, this is tough. Because so let's start with Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's, great food, fast. They deliver it to you on your bike, whatever. Um, but Jimmy John is like the ultimate, and I mean no racial offenses here, but Jimmy John's like the ultimate white person food. And by saying that, white people tend to not put any flavor or spices on their sandwich. And that's what Jimmy John is. It is like it's food, it's a good deli sandwich, but it just doesn't have a lot on it. I've tasted, I've had a billion. Look, they were right below my office here in Nashville for a good while before we moved, and so I've had my fair share of Jimmy John's, and I'd be fine with never having it again. But wait, that said, let's go to DQ. DQ has, they've got stuff on their menu. It's decent, but I can't say, unless you really wanted the milkshake to go along with it or the blizzard or whatever. Look, I got to go back to my original thing. If I'm hungry, I'm pulling over for a meal. Both of these are on the side of the road. They're the only two options that I have, and I have to eat. I'm going to end up going with Jimmy John's. Sorry, DQ. Uh, Five Guys versus Hardee's. So here's my take on Five Guys. Five Guys is the most overrated hamburger in all of fast food. People flip out over Five Guys. I don't. I've had it numerous times. Look, it's a good burger, but the real reason that people go there is for the fries, right? They have a sign that say where your potatoes come from, and then you end up with a complete bag full of fries regardless of what size you get. The fries are awesome. The burger, it's just not that great. I'm here to tell you. It's not that great. But then let's go to Hardee's. When I went to college, there was a Hardee's right across the street. They get the charboiled, and they have what? But they're Carl's Jr. is also Hardee's. It's the same place. Um, this man, this sucks because I just don't think Hardee's is that great either. I haven't really had anything else at Hardee's. I know they've got other things on their menu. I think I have to say I don't like the Five Guys burgers are okay. Hardee's burgers are okay. The Five Guys fries I think win here. As much as I don't like them, I'll give them the nod over Hardee's. In and Out versus White Castle. This is a no brainer. This is the greatest team you've ever known going against absolute trash. White Castle is not good. I don't like the idea of eating 70 mini cheeseburgers to try to fill you up. I'm not a fan of White Castle at all. I know there's people who love it, but I'm just not a fan at all. In and Out Burger is the hype. A couple things about In and Out Burger. Number one, they're coming to Tennessee where I live. First East Coast In and Out Burger, Eastern Seaboard operations coming like 20 miles from where I live. Actually, like 15 miles from where I live. I can't wait. In and Out lives up to the hype. Animal style, the double patty. They just do it right. And you know what? They know how to handle their lines. You can have a line wrapped around the building and it flows, man. It goes. So In and Out lives up to the hype. White Castle is just not good. Period. Easy dub. In and Out. No issues. Oh, this is it. We don't have a second side. There's not another side to this. All right, Arby's versus A&W. So I'm not gonna like. It's gonna go a little quicker now because I've kind of established what I think about these restaurants. If I saw both of these on the side of the road, um, I'll be honest. I miss A&W. Their burgers were good. Like the toppings and everything they put on it. I like it. I'm going A&W here. Burger King versus Chick-fil-A. Um yeah, Chick-fil-A, look, Chick-fil-A is going to end up going deep, isn't it? Um I got to give him credit. I hate the organization. I hate the organization. But when I think about the chicken sandwich is awesome, the spicy chicken is awesome. The one next to me now actually does burgers and stuff too. They're awesome. The milkshakes are awesome. Everything there is awesome. Burger King, who knows how long you're going to wait in the drive-through to get service? Who knows if it's going to be the correct order in the bag? I think Chick-fil-A wins this as fast food. Chipotle versus Jimmy John's. It's like who's going to lose to In and Out? uh, I have to give the nod to Chipotle just for variety over bland. Like flavor, no flavor. We're going Chipotle. And then, I, look, I hadn't eaten there, but I know it has flavor. And then Five Guys versus In and Out. It's a no brainer. It's In and Out. Okay, so we've got A&W versus Chick fil A. I mean, this comes down to do you want a burger or do you want a chicken sandwich? Do we out Chick fil A here? I really enjoyed A&W. It's probably the shock. You're probably looking at this going, who is A&W? Why are they so good? Why is this guy liking A&W so much? It was just good food, good fast food. But Chick fil A is flawless. No, they're not flawless. They have the waffle fries. And you know what? A&W beats them on fries. Chick fil A doesn't have the best chicken sandwich. I was hoping Popeyes would be on this list. Look, underdog. I'm taking A&W over Chick fil A. A Chipotle versus In. This is a no brainer. In and Out. I think you know where this is going. A&W versus. Look, I love A&W, but if I see an In and Out, that's where I'm going to. Okay, here we go. We got the second side. We got the second side. Who's going to end up going up against In and Out? Taco Bell El Pollo Loco. This is like I don't know. I don't know. This is like uh franchise standard versus kind of something local that is not that great trying to do the same thing that this one's doing. You can't beat Taco Bell here. You just can't beat Taco Bell here. El Pollo Loco, no, can't do it. Taco Bell. Sonic versus Subway. Um, another unfair matchup because I have never been through a Sonic or pulled up and let them roller skate out to you or whatever they do there. Subway, the whole Jared thing, put him in a bad light. But I will say they've got decent sandwiches. They're better than Jimmy John's. um, and they're the thing that kind of tips them to a win here is their white chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies. When I was a marathon runner, I lived for that cookie. I would get a sandwich, a club kind of sandwich, but I lived for that cookie. So cookie nod. We're going Subway here. Wendy's versus KFC. This is easy for me. Well, actually, it's not. So let me start. Let me start with KFC. KFC is trash. It's absolute trash. There's nothing redeeming about KFC at all. I don't get why people like it. I think people overseas love KFC. I think their KFCs must be different than American KFCs. The chicken is greasy as crap. Their sides just aren't good. It's just not good stuff. That any other chicken serving franchise in the US, they're better than KFC. Name one that isn't better than KFC, I'll wait. You can't do it. Wendy's, awesome burgers. They used to have awesome fries, but then they switched them to try to make them faster during the pandemic. They took them out and now they're like shell and they just taste like oil or something. They've ruined their french fries. But you know what? Go to Wendy's. Give me that single with cheese. Give me a baked potato. Where else can you get a baked potato that's really good? Their salads are good, and also the frosty. You can't argue with the frosty. It's not ice cream. And also they went vanilla frosty too. So you know what? It's Wendy's hands down easy landslide win. McDonald's and Long John Silver's. Look, these are this is a tough one for me. Let's start Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's, talk about chicken. Their chicken planks, uh, I loved going there as a kid. We had a Long John Silver's 10 to 15 minutes away from me, and sometimes we would drive there to go grab some lunch. I wouldn't get their fish. I'd get their chicken planks and then get the crispies, the crispers. If you've been to Long John Silver's, you know what I'm talking about. They batter dip everything and then it has like these little crunchies. Give me some extra crunchies so I can eat that with it. Look, we're talking fast food. It's not healthy. But Long John, man, their chicken was amazing. And their fish was good too. I mean, just fish and chips. Long John's awesome. McDonald's, you know, I mean, well, I actually grew up eating the fish fillet sandwiches. I didn't eat burgers. I didn't eat a burger until I think I was like 19 or 20 years old. So I grew up on the chicken nuggets and the fish fillets. The burgers are good. I've never ever in my life had a Big Mac. I think the quarter pounder is the way to go. The actual real way to go there is get the double cheeseburger. If you go to McDonald's, you've never been there, just get a double cheeseburger. It's the best. It's the best thing you can have there. This is tough. I don't know how many Long John Silvers are left. But if I saw both of these on the side of the road and they were the only place there, I have a big upset here. I'm pulling into Long John's. I'm pulling into Long John's. I'm not pulling in McDonald's. I think McDonald's overall, it's it's kind of garbage. It's like you think you want it, and then while you're eating it, you're like, this just really isn't that great. Long John's gets the win for me. All right, Quiznos with the super weird mascot versus Steak and Shake. All right, so we're talking to meals. So I'm driving. I see both of these. You only have one option. Quiznos. They toast their sandwiches, which I give them props for. I don't know how prevalent they are anymore. I haven't seen a Quiznos in ages. Their sandwiches are good. You get a bag of chips with them. I've got no knock on Quiznos. There's just nothing that draws me to Quiznos. Steak and Shake. Um, I used the first time I had Steak and Shake was when I my daughter was really young and we went to Florida and we were on our way to Disney World. We visited some family. There was a Steak and Shake, and so our big thing when we went down there is we'd always go through and get a shake, a milkshake. Their milkshakes are awesome. But then I had one kind of near me later on, and I was like, wow, their food is actually halfway decent too. Those steak burgers, they hit just a little bit different. And I think when we're looking at this matchup right here, I think Steak and Shake takes it. The one drawback with Steak and Shake, they're a little slow on the drive through. But anyway, we're going Steak and Shake here. Okay. Jersey Mike's versus Dunkin'. So, look, we're talking, and the way I'm judging this is I'm hungry. I've got to eat. There's two places that I'm going to pull into. There's two places I got to pull into one for food. Dunkin', I've had the breakfast sandwich.
Bruh. No!
Anyway, I'm not a coffee drinker. I do like donuts on occasion. It's Dunkin'. Jersey Mike's. I have a Jersey Mike's across the street from me. I think the underrated hero of Jersey Mike's is the fact they have that the hot stove, hot whatever you call it, where they can do the Philly cheese. The number 43, the Chipotle Philly cheese, is definitely the strat to take if you go to Jersey Mike's. Um, they got solid sub. Look, they cut it in front of you. You can do it Mike's way. I think they're solid. They're not as good as the look. They originated in Jersey. They're not as good as what you can get up there. Trust me, but it's solid. I think they're in the top two of sub places you could go get a sub from, and you get a meal. You're gonna have a drink, and you're gonna have some chips. I've got to go Jersey Mike's. Panera and Panda Express. Now we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. I am not a fan of Chinese food. Every once in a 10 years, I'll eat Chinese. Um, I should say, let me back that up. Chinese food is okay. Chinese fast food is something different. Um, I just can't back Panda Express. I think Panera is severely overrated. I think it exudes like this upscale sandwich kind of place. Whatever you walk in, it has like the homemade treats and stuff on the left. But look, you got the bread soup thing going on. It's good food, but you end up getting like half a sandwich and half salad for like $20 or something. They're a bit full of themselves. Um, but they locate themselves by Barnes and Nobles because you want to go like get a book and then hang out at Panera. I mean, I I hate to give Panera a nod, but Panda Express will win over nobody except maybe White Castle. So there's Panera. Whataburger and Popeyes. Okay. Um, I've been to both. I have to admit, with Whataburger, I was disappointed. It has a lot of hype to it. There's a lot of people that swear by it and think it's one of the greatest things ever. I didn't get that at all. Popeyes, there's a reason why there were hours long lines at their restaurants when they debuted their chicken sandwich. Their chicken sandwich is the best chicken sandwich you can get at a fast food restaurant, hands down. And yes, I'm looking at you, Chick fil A. You don't beat the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Um, you just don't. I think this is an easy dub for Popeyes. I'm not a fan of Whataburger. We're going Popeyes here. All right, so Taco Bell versus Subway. If I'm needing something, I think if I'm wanting food, I'm just not leaning towards a deli sandwich, especially not Subway. Subway has substantially less flavor than Taco Bell does. It's an easy Taco Bell dub for me. Wendy's versus Long John's. Man, I think I just miss Long John's, right? I have to lean versatility here. Long John's, it's chicken or fish. It's battered. There's no veggies. There's no quality. There's nothing healthy at all about it. Wendy's, at least they have salad options, the baked potato. You can get it. I know burgers are what they are, but they're good burgers there. I've got to lean Wendy's. We're not going to talk about their fries. Jersey Mike versus Steak and Shake. Again, I just can't give a nod to a fast food deli sandwich place. Um, it's like they're slicing the meat. It doesn't matter if you slice the meat right now or if you sliced the meat a day ago. The meat is still the same. Like, you don't have to do this to impress me. I think Steak and Shake gets the nod here. This is surprising. So then we're going, okay, Popeyes hands down over Panera. I want Panera out of there. Now we got Wendy's versus Taco Bell. Um, man, you've got like, hey, I want a taco. I want nachos. No, actually not. If you get like the chips, the nachos, whatever they always disappoint. It's like, and all of their food is just a combination of the same thing, or gordita, whatever. All it is, it's like that meat, the cheese wrapped in a soft shell and then wrapped over a hard shell and then put into a pocket. Or maybe they do the pocket on the inside and then they do the hard shell and then they do whatever. Their fries, look, one one bad take about Taco Bell, their fries are awesome, but then they take them off the menu. Like, what are you doing, Taco Bell? Just leave them on the menu. I want the fries all the time. Taco Bell's cheap. Wendy, man, this would be a no brainer if Wendy's hasn't, excuse my language, fucked up their fries. But I could take fries out of the equation and get much better size. We're going Wendy's. We're going Wendy's. Popeyes versus Steak and Shake is easy for me. It's Popeyes, hands down. And I think man, we go versatility versus that chicken sandwich. I think I think the fact that one of these two has the claim to the best in the industry of what they do, wins it for me. I know I've talked about Wendy's versatility. You have lots of options there. But if I'm looking at both of these, I'm like, oh, I'm glad there's a Popeyes because their chicken sandwich is the absolute shit. Their biscuits are good. Their fries are solid. Even if you don't want the chicken sandwich, their regular chicken is good too. So I gotta go Popeyes. I gotta go Popeyes. And then we're down to In-N-Out versus Popeyes. I'll tell you what I'll do. And this might be biased because of where I live. I don't have an In-N-Out burger near me. I'm East Coast. In-N-Out is West Coast. Things might change as the In-N-Out kind of starts to spread itself over the East Coast. But if I'm going to pull into one of these two, I have to say that In-N-Out Burger is the champion. In-N-Out Burger is my champion. Look, we're going to do happy hour fast food bracket battle. No description needed. Bring in and out to TN. Let's go, baby. Save it. Then there we go. There is your happy hour fast food bracket battle. Congratulations to In-N-Out Burger. Can't wait till you get to the Nashville suburbs. The line, I'm sure, is going to be mega long to get there, but I think they deserve the W. I wish there were some other restaurants that were in here. I'm not going to lie, but given what was presented, I think we made solid decisions. So let me know in the comment down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts. Also, give me a thumbs up, and also let me know your thoughts. Do you like this style content versus just watching video games all the time? Because I have in mind doing like rock bands, metal albums, just band songs, whatever. Doing a bunch of tier lists from time to time. So anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to go to the close screen now because that's what we do in these parts. So give me the close sound. Can I get the close sound, please? There we go. All right. Oh, flash. Thank you for being here. I appreciate and like I said, let me know what you think. If you've been watching this series, do you want this kind of stuff moving forward, or do you want to stick to video games? Let me know. Thumbs up anyway. Subscribe. I look to see you again tomorrow on another episode of Happy Hour. Thanks for being here. Have a good evening.